Hello everyone, my name is Nyamwiza Hope. I'm a disability inclusion advocate and a sign language interpreter. So today I want to delve into something important that is usually not spoken about by many. And first of all, I would love to ask my colleagues with disability, like when you go into a meeting or a conference or workshop where you were invited but then realize that this venue is not accessible for you in terms of communication, in terms of mobility, like it is really not accessible for you and you're likely to face a lot of barriers. What do you do about it? Well, share your thoughts as I share my thoughts on that same. I think we often discuss how the broader community stigmatizes, marginalizes, discriminates against, and excludes persons with disabilities. Yes, while these conversations are essential, I think we should also look inward, look into ourselves as persons with disability. Well, this is what I've witnessed over time. When persons with disability get into a venue that is not accessible, this is what happens. Most times I've seen persons with disability get angry and start demanding, you need to be accessible, you knew that I'm deaf, you knew that a wheelchair user is coming, you do not have ramps, you do not have sign language interpreters, how am I going to participate? And some persons with disabilities take it to the extent of lamenting and saying, oh, why am I even a person with a disability? I wish I was like any other person. And while this frustration is valid, these reactions lead there is a way that the broader community looks at it, or the ordinary people, there is a way they look at it and be like, oh. And that is why you hear some of these misconceptions still existing in our society. Like persons with disabilities get so furious very fast. They are never friendly, or they are this and that. This is because of the reactions that we show these people. So as persons with disabilities, you need to reflect on yourselves too. Well, I want to speak this out, and it's the actual truth. Not everyone understands the needs of persons with disability. Not everyone knows that people with disability exist. So what happens? What are you supposed to do? How do you approach this situation? I don't really find it necessary to start demanding there and then and get so furious and bring out, like this feeling of entitlement. I'm entitled to this and that. Not everyone understands these things. Yes, we have the laws, we have the frameworks, we have all the tools that give you the right to accessibility, that give you the right to being included in all these aspects of life. But how many people know about all this? So what could be our starting point? What could be your starting point as a person with a disability? To me, I feel instead of approaching these situations with entitlement, anger, you could approach them in a way of being flexible, in a way of doing self-advocacy, because I understand for the fact that some of these, this lamenting, saying, I wish I was a person that I wish I'd never had this impairment, I would be like others. It begins with acceptance, self-acceptance, and then you will know that, yes, this is me. I'm a person with a disability. I'm a person with a visual impairment. I'm a person with a hearing impairment. But what happens? How do I need to demand for my rights? Be flexible, speak to the organizers, request if they have funds or if there is a possibility of coordinating for a sign language interpreter to come. If there is a possibility for them to shift the venue of the meeting in case you are a person that uses wheelchair and you're finding difficulties in accessing this venue, because if they can shift and get to a more accessible venue for you, instead of having to approach it in a way of anger. So like, I really don't get it, but I feel like persons with disabilities, we need to check ourselves too. You need to check yourselves and say, yes, this is me. I'm a person with a disability. Not everyone knows that I exist. Not everyone knows about my need. So what do I need to do? Speak up. Talk to the people and be like, yes, whenever you encounter a person that is deaf, this is their need. This is what they require to participate on an equal basis with others. I need a sign language interpreter in order for me to participate in this lengthy workshop, in this lengthy meeting. In order for me to be productive, I will need this and this. But some of you do not even speak out. But when you come back to your colleagues, when you come back to your fellows, you start talking about these organizations or these organizers or how these guys weren't inclusive. But they didn't know about your needs. What did you do about it?